Yo, yo, what's the word, family?
What's up, dog?
Oh yeah, we got the one and only. You already know, Kris D Lofton in the building, Chicago's finest. Just
Indeed.
going to get
Man,
into it. Let's go, man. You
man,
say what's
love.
the
I
word?
appreciate it. I said, thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate
Oh
you.
man, love, G, love, man. You already know. You know what I mean? We happy to have you on the show. You know, it's a long time coming, but I'm glad you've been doing your thing. You've been booking busy, so I can't be mad at you, G. What's the word? Tell us what's going on. What's new with you?
Oh man, chilling, man. Enjoying these holidays right now. We
Yeah.
just wrapped on season 2 of the show, so
So,
that should be out soon. I don't know when, but sometime next year. They
yeah.
don't tell us nothing, so I don't know
Yeah.
on that part. But yeah, man, I wrapped up, did another couple episodes of Snowfall since I've been done with Power, and just grinding, man. Taking it easy now. It's a little
That's
hiatus right now.
That's what's up, man. Enjoying with the holidays with the fam. I already know, laying low, no doubt.
That's it. That's it.
The right way. The right way, man. So I know who you are. I'm pretty sure Chicago people know who you are, but you know what I mean? Let's just run down a little bit about you. You know what I mean? I gotta did my homework. You know what I
Oh,
mean? I
for
wouldn't
sure.
be so let me go ahead go into the handy dandy notes. So born and raised Chicago. Says you released a song at 8, bro?
Yeah, yeah. I used to like rap and stuff, and I started rapping when I was young. But
Yeah.
I didn't release it like on the radio and stuff like that. But
Right.
I wrote a song, and I was going around. They had me going around the schools performing it and stuff like
That's
that.
so.
So like, yeah, I did that for Dare, low key.
Word.
Yeah,
I remember there. I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie, there ain't made me want to do shit but do drugs and join the gang.
exactly, exactly.
Like, what do you know about the gangster disciples? Like, I don't know. You make them sound kind of cool though.
You making it sound kind of cool, right? This is a nice pitch.
You feel me? Like, y'all work together. Y'all, they got
Hilarious.
all the money. Like, they got all
That's
the money.
hilarious.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up though. But you know, everybody know you from Hardball. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? That's like the thing. But you actually played baseball.
yeah,
Got a
yeah,
scholarship for it.
yeah. I actually played ball. I had a scholarship to go to Grambling, and
Yeah.
I just, at that time I was doing both. I was, going to school and I was still acting, but the acting hadn't really popped like that yet. I'd had like a couple little mild successes. It was cool,
Yeah.
but I kind of wanted to focus on it, but I never gave it 100% because I was so worried about sports. And then I just sat down and thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I ain't finna go to school.
Yeah.
I'm finna chase this acting thing and run with this for a minute. I ain't finna go to school and do the scholarship because my
Gotcha.
biggest thing was I never wanted to work a job. It wasn't for me. I
Facts.
know out of so many jobs, I would get fired, quit, whatever, walk out, just never come back, never show up. Like it just wasn't for me. And I was just like, man, in sports, if you chase that, if you don't make it to the league, a lot of them niggas is working.
Yeah.
Like, they just still 36 hooping, just
Yeah.
better than everybody at 24
Yeah.
hour fitness, but for
You
nothing,
feel me? You feel me?
And I'm just like, okay, how cool is it to be at a 24-hour fitness and dunk on everybody and hit six
Right.
threes in a row and be broke?
Yeah.
That ain't that cool. I'm like, shit, at least in acting, I don't gotta be Will Smith to never have to work. I could just be Kris D Lofton and never have to
Yeah.
punch that clock. And
That's
I'm
it.
cool. And
That's
I'm
the
I'm
goal, right?
and I'm like, I'm cool. And it's more money than like, I don't come from money. So that's a lot of money to me. Like
Money,
that's
right.
cool. That
Anything better than nothing when you ain't got none, you feel me?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's it
Yeah.
always keeps you grounded. So it's like, all right, just know that my mom and daddy combined don't make what I make in a year.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
so that to me, that's perspective. And that keep me,
Yeah.
it's like,
Level.
yeah,
Keep
yeah,
you
they
level
keep me
headed.
level. Like it never like because it's like, yeah, nah, because this is ridiculous and
Yeah.
this ain't the real world. This is.
Real shit.
That's the
Definitely
real
agree
world.
on that.
Not this shit that we got going on. This is some other shit. Don't let this
Yeah.
fuck you up. Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
I stay.
And I think, you know what I mean, like real shit, once you come in with like not coming from money in the background, you've got realistic goals for like what your success is. You know, I just want to
Yeah,
take care of I want to take care of the crib. I want to get my own crib. I want, you know what
right,
I mean? Like this
right,
little things. And then once you get on or get around that, that's when it becomes agreed or, you know, chasing success type of thing. Like, all right, I got the cars I want, but they making more cars. I want the new cars now. You feel me? But like
right.
as far as the goal was to just get a decent ass car to get around. You know what I mean? Make sure my people straight, make sure the bill's straight. So as long as you got that mindset, bro, you gonna always be successful.
Yeah,
You
bro,
feel,
that's it. Like that's it
you
for
feel
me,
me?
bro. I just want to, yeah.
Yeah.
I just, yeah, I don't require much, bro. I'm simple. Like
Yeah, just want to be good, get out the way, put a little ice on, you know what I mean? Be able to do what I want to do and be out the way. I don't need everybody to know my name.
out the
But
way, bro.
you feel, but I think that's a Chicago mentality. You feel me? Like really, I just want to be able to, if I do pop out, I want to go nuts, come back to the crib, be straight for the next day. You feel me?
Exactly,
Like, you
exactly.
mean like we not really trying to be out and about. You know what I mean? I think that's more like other cities, just like nightlife. You know what I mean? But with Chicago, shit, all the heavies be put up. you,
Yeah,
you feel me? Like, yeah,
yeah.
you know them, and when you see them, it's like, damn, there they go. But like, as far as like versus New York, and it's like, oh, that's the guy. Like, you could just really just see the guy around. You don't really see
Right.
that. You feel me? So, facts,
Exactly.
facts. So, keeping it moving. What else I got on you, bro? While we on the topic of being from Chicago, do you think being from Chicago helped you with your role on Power Force?
Yeah, in a lot of ways, in a lot of ways it does. I think so because it just keep it authentic. And
Right.
there's moments where it's like because we got such a like collaborative unit on our show, it's because I am from Chicago. I could say like, hey, yo, no, this is how we would do it. He wouldn't say that. He would do
Right.
this. Like,
Right.
or I can throw things in there like on phoneme and they ain't
Yeah.
gonna cut it out.
Right.
Like like they
Make
not,
it
you know what I'm saying?
authentic. You bring that
Yeah, and it's like
authentic
little
to it.
things. Yeah, and it's like I can say like, "Gee, stop playing with me, bro." Like I can like, bro, like you tweaking, bro.
Right.
I can say stuff like that. Like nobody else would know to add that because they're not gonna
Right.
write it.
Right.
So it helps just to keep it authentic or whatever, especially for the Chicago audience, because a lot of people everywhere else they not gonna know that,
Right.
and that's what's scary about shows like this. The thing is, shows like this, because of how much people love them, and just any show or movie for real, people love TV, people love movies. We had the ability to like tell somebody what this place is like.
Yeah.
We creating a narrative, and that's like low key a lot of power, no pun intended.
Right.
But for people who've never been to Chicago, who've never seen it up close and personal, they believe that whatever they see in movies and TV shows, that's how Chicago is. Whatever they
Yeah.
hear in rap and shit, that's Chicago to them. Like somebody from Africa or like fucking Russia or some shit
Yeah.
who ain't never been to Chicago, they listen Chief
They.
Keef,
Yeah.
Chief Keef, Oblak. That's
That's
probably what they
man.
think.
Listen, come on now. You already know. Everywhere we go,
Like that.
you know O Block. You know Chief Keef. You know Lil
Yeah,
Durk.
like that's
64.
that's what it is. So with these type of shows, we are telling them what Chicago is. So if we
Mhm.
don't say that in the show, then the world
Yeah.
not gonna think that's a Chicago thing.
Real talk. Real talk.
So it's like because we subconsciously is telling people what Chicago is. So I gotta throw little things in like that as much as I can. And I'm just lucky that we got a dope crew and showrunner and all our directors and all that producers and they allow me to do that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's real. That's real. Now, what made you decide acting full force versus like going to school, trying to do some acting shit? Like you was just all in. Like you just got that type of personality. You just really jump all in, or you just felt that
Yeah.
confident about it.
Well, yeah, I think it was a little bit of both of all of those for real. I was definitely I'm an all in type of person. I got a very like addictive personality. That's why I don't do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't try a lot of
Same.
shit. I don't do it because when I fuck with
If I
something, I
like it,
fuck
I'm
with it.
fucking with it.
So I don't even play. You
You
know what I'm
feel me?
saying? So
Same.
so when I lock in on something, like my whole world revolve around it in like almost a scary way. My whole world revolve around that shit. Like I'm locked in. It ain't no stopping. I don't care for who. Mama, daddy, sister, cousin, uncle, auntie,
This what
girlfriend,
I'm
wife.
on. This what
This
I'm
is what
on.
I'm
That's it.
like. If you ain't on this, then I'll holler at you. I don't care who you is.
Yeah.
I'll holler at you. I'll talk to you
Right.
whenever.
Right.
I'm on this. And that's kind of how I am. So I kind of did it like that. And then I just thought at it like with sports, like I said, I can go out there with a scholarship and maybe I'm not as good as I thought. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody better than me, he playing, I'm not playing, whatever. Or maybe I am good, but I don't make it to the league.
Yeah.
Or I just don't, or I go out there and hurt myself and now I'm no good and I ain't got my scholarship no more. Bless you. I ain't got my scholarship no more.
Right.
And and now I ain't been doing nothing and don't know how to do shit else but play sports. And now I'm 21. I'm 19, 20, 22, and I don't know how to do shit else but play
Yeah.
sports. And I've created a gap in my acting history. I've created a 3-4 year gap in my acting history to where I just ain't even been on the scene. And now it's like I got to come back from that.
And
And
rebuild.
I was just like, you know
Yeah.
what? I was like the upside wasn't high enough for me at the time.
Yeah.
And
I
then
feel you.
I didn't like the other shit that came with sports. And then I knew once I got to the next level, it would be 10 times more. Like I wasn't the dude who liked all that going to the gym, working out, doing all
Yeah.
of that. Like I wasn't with that. Like I
2 a days,
smoked.
3 a days. You
Yeah,
feel me?
I
Yeah.
was never with all that lifting weights and running. And that wasn't never
Yeah.
my thing. I loved playing the sport. Like I was like
Right.
AI almost. Like nigga
Yeah.
practice. Like I
Right.
ain't really
What's
know this.
practice? Like I'm just here to play.
I'm here to play and I'm gonna be better than all y'all. Like what's up?
That's it. Real shit.
Like yeah, I'm gonna go to practice, but all that lifting weights and doing
Yeah.
this and waking up in the
Yeah.
morning drinking protein shakes and
Right.
eggs and
Conditioning.
shit.
Yeah.
I was never on that. And then I
Same.
knew at the next level it was even more. And I was
Yeah.
just like, nah, I'm like, bro, all of that, I'm straight. I'm straight
Yeah.
on all that. I'm gonna stick with the acting and music. I'm like, at least I can be myself and do this.
Real shit.
And
Real
I was
shit.
like, I can be myself and do this. And I can, I'm straight and be creative, and I'm straight. Eventually, it'll pop off, just like because that's how sports is. You
Yeah.
eventually either gonna get drafted or picked up, or you ain't.
Well, you're done. Yeah.
So
But
that's
the
how I
thing
look
with
at it.
acting, but the thing why I feel you made a good choice and why I want to get back into the acting shit myself, like I got a little, Chicago independent, I be fucking with Billy Ray Valentine, you know what I mean? A couple other
Mhm.
niggas and shit. But I think with acting, besides of like how the royalties work and like I did this 10 years ago and I'll still get paid on it, but it ain't no cap, like age cap with that.
Yeah, exactly. That
You
was my
you
other thing.
you
You can
just
do it
keep
forever.
you go from the young dude roles to the teenage roles to the teenage roles to the okay now you playing the married husband middle-aged role to the uncle the
Exactly.
grandfather role. But when you hit
That's
a
what I'm
certain
saying.
age cap
There's a
with
cap in
act
sports.
with sports, that's it. Like
That's it, bro. That was my thing too. I was like, bro, I can do this shit forever. There's a role
yeah,
for a nigga in a wheelchair. I can go outside, get hit by a bus right now, get paralyzed. There's a role
yeah,
for a nigga in a wheelchair. I could
facts.
start going bald, nigga, whatever.
You
It's a
feel me?
bald nigga role. I get
You
fat.
feel
There's a
me?
role for a fat nigga. It doesn't matter. Like
It doesn't matter.
it
Yeah,
doesn't matter. As long as I'm able
yeah.
to still walk and talk.
You feel me?
Even might not even have to be able to
You
walk.
you just because that's what background is. You just
Like,
stand here.
bro, I'm
Stand
telling
here.
you. Like
Just look.
they be reading. I remember I forget which actor it was, so I don't want to get the line, but it was one of the older actors. They had said that he had wore an earpiece and they were feeding him his lines because he couldn't remember anymore because he's so old.
Damn.
And they still hiring him to make
Yeah,
movies.
because
They
that's his
telling this
role.
man his lines in his ear and he just saying
That's cold as hell. But that's what I said, man. It's a niche. This
them.
acting stuff is something different, and this is what I think our community is now starting to wake up to see because they're putting more roles that we're more interested in. But
Yeah,
before it
that's
was
what
just entertainment. It was just rap, and then they were like, all right, then everybody rap. All right, I'm gonna make beats, and then it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be an engineer. But
Yeah.
slowly, you know what I mean? But I think now we getting into that with the acting side. Like you got
And
more
see, and
people
it's so
making,
funny for me to see because I've been acting since before it was cool.
yeah. And niggas be like, you an actor, bro? like,
Yeah, like
like,
I've been acting that long. Like I've been
like,
acting that 23 years.
you feel me? And a
So it's
veteran,
like,
bro. And kudos to you for really putting that work. And that's how I know you really want this. This is what you do. You know, some people, especially with us, you know, being from the crib, bro. You see it all the time. Somebody go hard for like 2 years, and just because it ain't popping the way they want it to pop, they put it down. You know what I mean? They could be hard as hell, or they could still got some more to do. But you kept that, man. Fucking, I'ma still grind. Even when I know people was like, "Oh, you still doing that acting shit, bro?" You getting all
right.
type of questions like that. You know what I mean? You getting, yeah, man, the hardball shit. Like you yeah, hardball and Tyler Perry. That's another thing we'll get into. So like, but going back to the whole, you really sticking with it. How was that gap from hardball in '01 to working with Tyler Perry in '08? Like, where were you in life, and how was that? Were you still putting in work, trying to put in stuff, or
No, I
was
was
it?
still acting. I was still acting. It just wasn't like big, big roles. Like I was still acting. I did like indie movies and I was doing a bunch of commercials around that time because I was still a
Yeah,
kid. So I wasn't
right.
booking like big roles as a kid like that after the hardball shit.
Yeah,
I started to book like little commercials and modeling gigs
yeah,
and things like that. Like my kid, I guess I wasn't that good as a kid. I wasn't booking those roles.
right.
I got hardball, and then that's why the shit don't pop up on like IMDb. Cause it was like I was doing indies with people in Chicago, like who was
Yeah,
making movies. Like now they like dope in the industry, but it's crazy. Like now they were kind of up and coming, but I was making
yeah,
indies with them and just doing a lot of commercials, a lot of print. I was with Ford Models. I moved over to Ford Models and
right.
started doing a lot of commercial print and commercials and shit.
That's dope.
I wasn't really focusing on the like in front of the
Acting,
camera.
right.
I was getting those auditions, but I would never book them. I would get real close and never book them. I lost a
Yeah.
lot of roles to like the same kids.
Yeah.
Like my boy Maestro used to get every role.
Damn,
You
that's
know,
cold. Shout out to Maestro. Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to Maestro. Maestro used to get like every role coming through, or like it was a lot of other little kids who was getting them. Yeah, dog. So they would get those kid roles. So I kind of was still acting, but it was just on the lower side. So I was doing that. That's what kept me interested all the time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have even still been interested.
So this
Like,
is
cause
like during baseball time, doing shit like you growing
yeah,
high
like I would
school
be
shit. So
yeah, I would be leaving baseball practice early or school early because I had an audition and stuff. And like my friends would be like, "Oh, you got an audition?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got to leave my audition at 2. I got to leave school early. I got blah,
yeah,
blah, blah." Like, so I was still acting. I just wasn't booking like that.
yeah,
I would
yeah.
book the commercials and stuff that didn't nobody see like that. Like, or you did see but just didn't realize it was me. You know,
Right. Yeah.
it was
Facts.
one of them type things. Like I did like 4 or 5 McDonald's commercials. I did at least 3 or 4 Walmart commercials because I was their spokesperson for their Back to College campaign in 2005 and
Yeah,
six.
that's cool as hell.
Magazine ads for them. I was in Vine magazine, and all type of
Yeah.
shit. Like had full page spreads and
Yeah.
different. Yeah, like it
So
was
you
just
was
more stuff
working.
like
You
yeah.
was
It just
working, but
wasn't
it
on TV like that. Like
right.
I just wasn't booking them. I still had an agent. I just wasn't getting the roles, and my agent
Yeah.
never dropped me because I was booking
Other shit. So you
print
was busy.
and
You still
commercials.
was busy. Right.
Yeah. So the break was really from like mainstream stuff. I started booking more TV stuff when I
Yeah.
got a little bit older and like and distinguished more into my look, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I guess I filled out more and all of that. Like I went through puberty. So
Yeah.
once puberty happened, then I started getting those
Up and
teenage
coming.
roles and
Right.
college
Teenage.
kid
Yeah.
roles.
Right.
Then that's when it started happening again. And then I got
Yeah.
old enough to kind of find my
Grown man look.
my grown man skills of acting and try to
Yeah.
hone into it. And that's when I started booking TV.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Facts.
I started booking TV and film then, and then that's when I booked Meet the Browns. I booked that out of Chicago.
Yeah. 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 Now, how was that working with Tyler Perry?
Yeah, it was cool, especially
Yeah.
for the time.
Yeah.
Back then, what was that? 2007. It came out in '08,
Yeah.
and
So
we
oh
filmed
six
it in
oh seven, you can
2007.
say, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So at that time, Tyler Perry was like,
the man. I
yeah,
mean, he's
like
still the
then
man now, but
oh
like
yeah, no, he's still a thousand
he,
percent the man.
yeah,
But in 2007, 8,
he
that
had
was
it.
like That was
He
like
had it.
doing a Spike Lee movie or something.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that was that thing. And then Angela Bassett,
Oh
she was in
yeah.
it. So like to me, you couldn't have told me that my
But
career
you
wasn't
weren't
about
right.
to just like
That's what I was gonna
after
say.
that.
You felt like you was the man after that. I had to. You around all these legends in
Yeah.
the making. So
And
you
then
know,
now that's when I really didn't book nothing like after that for a little minute. I'm like, damn, after this, I ain't booked nothing like that. What? Okay, all right. I just wasn't booking nothing. I was just working, regular job. Woo.
now
And
how
then
did
I
you stay
started.
focused with that, man? Because I know like that gotta be how you feel some type of way. Like man, because you doing something, you see you progressing, and then it's like, all right, I gotta go back being regular, go back
Yeah, but I
around.
mean, see, the thing is, I think maybe the disconnect is I never thought I wasn't regular just because I
Okay,
was doing it.
facts.
That might be the disconnect. So for me, I never thought that because I was doing that shit, I wasn't regular. I just thought it was cool, and I just was like on some other shit that everybody wasn't on. But I was
That's
still
that's a hunt.
regular,
That's
you
a hunt.
know. So for me, I was like, yeah, that shit just ain't popped yet. Like I ain't famous
It
or nothing
wasn't
like
time.
that.
It wasn't your time. So you
Yeah,
was still
so
in grand mode.
I was cool, but like, yeah, sometimes it did hit like, damn, bro, I was definitely just in a Tyler Perry movie with Angela Bassett and doing this and doing this. Why am I fucking working here? Like, why am I doing this? Like, what is going on? Like, and then like, honestly, the working part didn't piss me off as much as the watching TV did. Like watching TV used to piss me off more than me having to go to a regular job because then I'm at that regular job and then I come home and I'm watching TV and I'm watching somebody do a role that I know I could have done or I could have done way better. And I'm like, damn, why didn't I get this audition? See, if I auditioned for this,
Yeah.
I would be, I'm not even getting this audition. And I used to be like, it's because I don't live in LA. I
Yeah.
bet you he lives in LA. I'm like, I bet you if I go on IMDb right now, it's going to say he lives in Los Angeles. I was like, I guarantee you, because there's no way I didn't get this audition. And I
Yeah.
used to get so mad. And then that's what I was like, bro, you know what? No, these niggas don't have to tell me no. I'm finna move to LA. Because I know I'm better than these niggas I'm watching on TV book all these roles. I just need to audition for the same roles they're auditioning for. And the only difference is them niggas live in California and I'm in here in the hood in Chicago. That's the only difference. I'm better than him, bro. I would
Facts.
watch this shit and get mad, sick to my
And just
stomach,
see,
never
yeah.
hating on him,
But
never
just
hating on him, but
knew
just
the talent
wishing,
was,
yeah. I'm like, bro, I know I can do that.
yeah. You know
I
what,
know
bro?
I can do that.
That's kind of like artists when they have to relocate out of Chicago to be successful, like Common,
Yeah,
Kanye. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. I won't say that you have to, because I ain't gonna never
no,
say that
it's
you
not a
can't give
have
it to
to,
your
because
city.
I'm be here. I'm here. I'm still in Chicago. But what
Yeah,
I'm saying, it's like it comes a thought where you're like, and it's not even about I gotta go for the talent. It's just the resources weren't
yeah,
here at
bro.
the time.
It's just
You know,
yeah. At that time,
the talent is here because everybody's from here. It's just the resources to be seen
yeah,
wasn't here.
right. Like, see, my agency now, they got a office in Chicago, but at that time, they didn't even have an LA office.
Right.
So like, if it was now, I
Yeah.
could have stayed in Chicago because my LA office would get me the same auditions,
Yeah.
even if I
Facts.
was in Chicago. But then all they had was the Chicago, New York office, so I didn't get any LA auditions.
Yeah. Facts.
Like,
That
not
makes
for
sense
real.
though. That makes
I
sense
didn't,
though. Like if you can't get here, if you can't audition for the role, you can't get the role.
and that was it. And I just wasn't auditioning for him. And I
Yeah.
was like, bro, I need to move because
Yeah.
I need to be auditioning for the same shit that these niggas is auditioning for.
Real
I,
shit.
and eventually, I feel like I always told myself, I said, eventually they're gonna pick me. I said, there's only so many times they're gonna say no, bro. Because
Yeah.
I know I'm killing that shit. There's only so many times they're gonna say no. One of these times it's gonna be somebody in a room talking about me that I don't even have nothing, no knowledge of, and he's gonna be telling them, I think we should give this Kris Lofton kid a chance. Let's give
Give them
him
a
a
shot.
shot.
Let's give them a
Let's give
shot.
him a shot. And it's gonna be some white man, some white lady fighting for my life
That's
in
how
a
it be.
room. And that's probably what happened. And I always said that. I said, bro, they probably doing it right now, but they just can't convince the higher ups
And
because
that's
they want a
really how it
name.
be.
I
That's
said they
really
need a
how
name right now. That's too much real estate to give
Yeah.
somebody so new. They didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
There's too much money at stake. Okay, nah, I think we should go with Mike B. Jordan.
Yeah.
I think we should go with.
Because
I think,
it gotta be something that brings them in. And
yeah,
so
and I
that's what
get
that
that,
name be. You know what I mean?
and
Even
I
with
100% get it.
that's just the game. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
that's the game. But like you
yeah,
say, bro, you just gotta keep grinding it out, man. I'm so glad that you did, bro. Because not just you being a Chicago cat, me being from Chicago, but just like watching you from like growing up as a shorty, me being like, oh man, folks cool. I can see a lot of myself in this dude, but like after this interview, like talking to you, I'm like, man, bro, because I'm going through a lot of the same shit with the podcast and with the acting, you know what I mean? So like
yeah,
everything you're saying, I can attest to. Like I know what it's like. You just did some dope shit, and then you got to go back to work. Like
yeah,
niggas is congratulating you and shit, but like, but then they go to the point where it's not hate, it's just I'm just waiting on my spot. So I'm gonna keep congratulating everybody. I'm gonna keep doing
yeah. I keep
everything,
congratulating people because it's
but
dope. And that just used to give me affirmation. Like I used to
yeah,
love when my homies would get on, because then I'll be like, oh hell yeah,
I'm
oh
next.
hell yeah.
You
I'm
feel me?
next. Like that's all that means. It's like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, bro, boom. Oh, bro, what? Leroy, you a series regular? Oh shit. Okay, bro, Timmy, you a series regular?
facts,
Oh man, Bart, you a series regular? Oh man, boom, you a series regular? Oh, okay. Let me calm
facts,
down. All right, all
right.
right. Just not yet, but
Yeah,
okay.
and you
I
see,
was like, let me calm down.
you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel because it's
Yeah, it
like,
calms me down. Like it
yeah,
didn't
you
make me
feel
hate
me?
on them. It calmed me down because I was
Yeah,
like, these are all my homies, and it ain't shit
yeah.
different than these niggas than me.
And then you just look at their experiences as learning opportunities and experiences too, because the best
Yeah.
way to learn is not by making mistakes, it's by watching others.
Exactly.
You feel
Yep.
me? So it's like, all right, bet that worked for him. I'm gonna put my twist on it. All right, that worked for him. I'm gonna put my spin on that too. That worked, you know what I mean? And then before you know it, you being you still, but now you got what the people looking for.
Exactly.
You know what I
And it
mean?
worked out.
And it worked out. Real shit, bro. That's real shit. I know you're busy, man. I ain't gonna hold you much longer. Uh, we just go like being from Chicago out west and everything. You went to Proviso West High School. What I read a little bit earlier. I was doing my research on you that you got a photographic memory. Do you think that helped you with your acting shit too?
Oh well, yeah, but I mean, I won't say that it helped, but it helped in ways that it shouldn't have had to anyway, because I should have been just more. I should have prepared more. So I ain't
Right,
gonna, like, I used it as like, you I you know you should have read this shit more yesterday.
right. But you
But
gotta,
because I knew I could do that,
yeah,
I would be on my way to auditions. I knew I had to audition on what's today, Tuesday?
yeah.
I could have an audition on Thursday. And I know today, I'm not going to read the script today. I may or may not read it
Wednesday
tomorrow.
night.
I might read it Wednesday night, maybe.
Mm,
But generally, I'm going to read it in the Uber on my way to the audition.
mm.
Or I'm going to read it on the train on my way to the audition.
But you know what? I ain't gonna lie, man. I think that works for me because I think I got like a photographic memory, but I think it's just also the fire to my ass.
Yeah, that part too. I just
Like,
remember it. I remember it better. Even when we filming, that's what I do sometimes, because I don't be liking it to feel too rehearsed, because
yeah,
what you don't realize is you, when you keep studying them lines, it get to a point where you start to
water it down.
subconsciously know in your head, oh, when I say this word, I want to scratch my head. I want to put my arm right here. I want to grab this cup on that word and put it
Mm,
down. And it becomes like, yet I don't know what, huh? Yes,
right.
no, you.
It's
And
all robotics.
it's
It don't
all,
feel natural.
it don't feel natural. So like, I don't try to sit on that shit too long, because then I done already had this preconceived idea of what it's gonna look like. I don't even know how they gonna come in and block it yet. Like
Yeah,
I just know the words on the page. I don't even know, like I know it happens in a warehouse, but I don't know where they gonna make us stand, where they gonna be making me beat, what they gonna put in front of me with props, what they gonna, I don't know none of that yet. So I don't wanna live in it too much.
mm,
So I
shit.
wait. So now when we on set and we filming and I say it, and I fuck around and knock all this shit off the table, it feel natural because it's my first time ever saying it anyway.
Right.
Out loud.
So
now
it's raw emotions.
It feels natural because I'm like, oh, fuck you too then, Nick. You know what I'm saying? Like
you feel me?
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, but I'm just, and I don't even know what my hands gonna do. They just,
right.
I'm
It's
like,
natural.
it's
a real
natural now. So
conversation.
like,
yeah.
And it feel like, to me, it feel more natural that way. So I kind of just don't like to be over prepared. And I think it's because like I don't come from a theater background, because I know the theater people probably cringe when they hear me say shit like that because they be so prepared. Like they
But
know
and I could tell because like a lot of the shit you saying is like how I am. I'm not like theatrical trained or never been to acting school, acting class. You know what I mean? I really just got in the mix and learning from experience and talking to other cats about it. And then like I got homies that's real theater and school plays, and they're like, I study this like I study my name. And they're like, and it's like, bro, that's not, I feel you, that works for you, but that's not for me. You know what I mean? Like
all my homies went to school for it, all of them.
Yeah.
They all like went to school for it,
Real
and
shit.
all of them.
Even with even me with the podcast, bro. Like everything that I'm doing, bro. Like I research my own, talk to people that's in the career. It's not like I just went in blindly. You know what I mean? Like I researched it, talked to people that was invested. Even I talked to my radio homies and shit, and they like, you should go to the radio broadcast school and learn. I'm like, nah, bro, just tell me what I need to do. Like, like you feel me? Like if you got it, why I gotta go get it? Just tell me. I'm not asking you to do it for me. Just you know the answer. Show me the answer. Don't tell me the answer. Show me how you came up with the answer. So now I got the equations. You feel me? But I think, but you know what I mean. That's why. Yeah, I fuck with you, bro. Real shit. Long story short, I fuck with you, G. So, real shit. So yeah, man. Before we get up out of here, we got a couple minutes left. Uh, any upcoming projects? I know we got into it at the top. You got any shout outs, anything you want to get out before we get up out of here?
Yeah. I got a movie called Amani coming out, Manny Haley movie that's coming out in January, certain theaters and Paramount Plus.
Definitely plug that.
Yeah.
Plug that for you for sure.
Well, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to say. I don't know, but I did a couple animated voiceover joints, and it's gonna be
that's
pretty
raw
big.
as hell. That's perfect.
I did something for Netflix, and I did Family Guy.
Dude.
Well, so that's gonna be dope. I think I can say that. Well,
yeah, some shit you can't say. I already know how the game go. For sure. Yeah, that's dope though, bro. That's hard. That's hard, man. Kudos,
that'll be out
congratulations.
next year. All of that's coming out next year.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Force will be out next year, and
That's
Snowfall will be out next year. So all the work I did this year, none of it's on TV.
Yeah, as it's supposed to be, man. It's in the chamber.
23 is like everything that I did.
Yep, and you just keep it going. And you do shit 23, you've had that in the chamber for 24, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the game. That's what Pac was doing with the music. Pac was just niggas still think he alive. He just had shit in the chamber.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me? Real shit. You got the social medias. Where can people find you at, man? Where can they find you on social media?
At, Kris D Lofton. Kris with a K. Kris D Lofton on Instagram. Real Kris D Lofton on Twitter. That's it.
For sure, bro. Love, G.
The number
Appreciate you,
love,
man.
bro. I
Salute.
appreciate you,
You
bro.
already know.
Hit me, bro.
Love, G. For sure. I'm about to hit you in a minute. Be blessed and prosperous, G.
You too, man.